Rising from death to resurrection. Dear brothers and sisters, prominent writer from Germany, Martin Walser, recently wrote a book entitled Das Jenseits. In Polish language, the title can be translated as The Last Life. The latter, for example, is like a journalist, personally Martin Walser, walking into a walking into a writer's hotel room for an interview. Journalist went to Martin Walser room in hotel. Caravaggio's paintings have something in between, and for example, we see a beggar with a very clever boy for his age. The German language speaks of such a boy as kind, very kind. Let us also look at Mary with the child. Let us compare our experience of Christmas as the feast of our being innocent. Here I would like to recall Nietzsche's aesthetic. Since Kant, talking about art, wisdom is corrupted and tainted with the notion of selflessness. Nietzsche does not succumb to the attitude of no interest. In his opinion, it is emotions that ennoble us. To wield the power is good in this optic. Let us return to our concept of the last life, hereafter. Jenseits is not a grammar of rationality and does not glorify sin, but it's different. Let us note here at least 6 strange facts in the Gospel of Mark, which we know begins thus. The beginning of the Gospel of Jesus Christ. Then the woman ran to the empty tomb, and finally they scared about. They saw an angel in white who told them to go to Galilee because Jesus had risen. They did not tell the disciples anything about the resurrected because they are good witnesses of the resurrection. In my opinion, it is precisely the Gospel of Mark that is supposed to sensitize us to the very beginning of our transformation and following in the footsteps of Jesus. He's not here, he's risen. Mary of Magdala has heard. A journalist confided recently saying, 3 times a week I have to listen to it. Music by Handel and by Brahms. It's so beautiful. It's not civilized, but beautiful. In that the comment we hear the words by Martin Walser. Now louder, higher this music, brighter, let this music go. Innocent composers gave us the only music. See an unschuldig Handel, Brahms, and so on. Sacrament art, according to Walser, now in the church there is too much mixing of the concept of beauty. Moreover, we return to the Latin Mass. See Schubert Messe, beautiful music and prayer. But his Jenseits by Martin Walser does not even reveal reality, but is like a supplement, a colorarium of the picture. Heaven is not filled with sense. And for example, hell also is not filled. Rather, there is a plenty of room. Jenseits is not even a picture frame. So Nazareth, in the time of Jesus, close to the Nazareth, there was the village, Sephoris, and the Holy Family together. They are something more in our thinking of today, because they are Mary, Joseph, and little Jesus. I would send das Jenseits as a complement of the world of today, even as forgetting as remembering history, including the only feelings, example innocence. Also consciousness is not das Jenseits, our consciousness. Halina Poświatowska, Polish writer, lyricist, wrote in the Lenten legend, 2000 years ago, a virgin was born in Galilee baby. The baby was completely naked, and she had nothing apart from love. And so it grew heated by breasts until it grew up to hate, and people nailed him to a tree, and she watched them. They say she ascended into heaven, but she might as well have descended into pain. It was so deep. Quote end. Another poet, Paul Celan, died 1970, a Jewish poet born in Romania, who wrote in German, said, "The black milk of dawn, we drink it at dusk, we drink it at noon, and in the morning we drink it at night. We drink them, we dig the overhead grave with a spade, it warmed our heart. There is an hour that makes your retinue out of dust from your house in Paris, the sacrificial altar of your hands, from your black eyes, the blackest eyes. There is someone who took my hair. He carries them as the dead are carried in his arms. And how the sky carried them when I loved someone, we wears them out of vanity. Do not look for your lips on my lips, stranger, not in front of the gate, not in the eye, tears." Woman turned her back on the mirror because she hated the vanity of mirrors. Voice from the laryngeal stopped singing. Quote end. So we rejoice, beloved, at the resurrection of Jesus from the grave. Let us try, in the face of our neighbors, to sing again to our Lord on our own, and God is eternal. But now our song about the hidden God who has truly risen from the dead. Peace be with you.